I got a really good question the other day, and it was regarding dope, keeping everything in mind and what targets to shoot on, sequences to shoot. And to pretty much just sum it all up, it's about dope cards. So my first guideline regarding dope card is try to get as much information as possible on your dope card, because it's really hard to focus on both shooting, observing what happens in the terrain, impacts, and then trying to calculate wind or keeping track of all the targets. So try to have as much information as possible on your dope cards. There's two types of dope cards. It's the classic one dope card that you put on your optics around the turrets. There's not really much information to write on this, but it's small. It's really easy to write on with a whiteboard pen and just erase it. Cons with this is also it's really small, so you don't get a lot of information on it, and if it rains or anything with the whiteboard pen, it's easy to just wipe it out by accident. The other option is an armboard that you can put on yourself. The pros with this one is you get much more information that you can put on. I'll try to get this picture over here so you can see what I see. But if you start with this, in the first row I got my targets, if they're named by letters or colors or numbers. On the second row there's distance to the target. In the third row there's elevation in mils to each target, and the reason why I have both distance and mil is of course that I want to control its right. Then we got wind 1, that's the average wind that I got with my Kestrel, or think that the wind is downrange. And then we got the wind 2, that's the max wind I get from the Kestrel. If there's a lot of wind, or if the difference is really high, say for the first row it's 0.2 to 0.4, if that instead is 0.2 to 0.6 or 0.8, then I can do wind 1, wind 2 and wind 3, so I don't have to calculate in my head as I shoot the middle number for each. So we got target, distance, mils, wind 1, wind 2. And then if I had to shoot the targets in a specific sequence, I also write first sequence, second sequence and third sequence, so I can easily track in my head and also verify and control by looking at the armboard. Also in the bottom, what type of stage is it? It's a hit or miss or hit to move. By writing this, I should have all the information I need to complete the stage. That's the first version I use, and I should say that's the version I use by 90%. And if there is lanes or a terrain that's really similar, but maybe there's some objects that stands out more, I try to do a field sketch type of dope card where I can mark out specific landmarks or objects that stands out in the terrain. Pros with this version is that it can be easier to identify where targets are or remember where the targets are. Cons, it's not as structured as the other one. Together with my dope cards, I use Posca pens, which is water erasable pens that you can mark straight on the turrets with. So I mark my turrets directly with the letters or numbers from each target, so I can quickly change between the targets without looking at numbers, so I can just dial in target Juliet, Mike, Kilo and switch between them. I really recommend this type of pen, Posca. I think they are worldwide. And after a stage you just take a hand sanitizer or baby wipes or anything to just wipe it off your turrets, and it sticks even though it rains, but it's really easy to just wipe it off with some kind of wipe. So this is how I use my dope card. If you like these types of videos, please let me know in the comment what you want me to talk about so I can get some inspiration from that. And until then, let's keep shooting.